My friends, this is a great time to become a channel member. Every week now I'm posting uncensored videos exclusively for my channel members, along with custom emojis and live streams for members at the arch-villain level where you get to talk to me directly. Please consider supporting this channel by clicking the link in the video description and joining us in our fight to save pop culture. And also, check out our Patreon and Subscribe-Star pages for exclusive content you won't find anywhere else, including Harvey Cthulhu's insane podcasts, photos of my vast toy collection, and members at the Legionnaire level receive a signed photo, membership card, and certificate signed by me. You'll find the Patreon link in the video description as well. Thanks for watching, my friends, and now on to the video. My friends, every time Disney releases a new trailer for their live-action Snow White movie, it becomes clearer and clearer that this film is a runaway train headed straight for an iceberg situated, oddly enough, right smack dab beneath the Hindenburg on the shore of Crystal Lake. Shh, 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 shh. Ha, 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 ha. This is not a case of, oh, it's just a bad trailer, but wait till you see the movie. No. This is clearly a very bad movie. It's evident even watching 1-second excerpts, and there's simply nothing Disney can do to hide it at this point. It's evident in every shot, every scene not featuring Gal Gadot. She's terrific as always, although there's one shot in this trailer that makes me think even Gal Gadot may not walk away from this particular train wreck without the stench of failure clinging to her like smugness clings to Rachel Zegler's condescending smiles. But we'll get to that in a moment. Yes, there's a brand new teaser trailer that was released a few days ago, and yes, it is wretched, and already the comment section is filled with sarcasm, snark, and well-deserved contempt. This is not a movie the world was clamoring for. We could have lived without it, since we've already had an infinitely better version of this movie since 1937, when the animated classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was released, but Disney got greedy. They thought it was a good idea to update the classic fairy tale and turn it into a postmodern feminist diatribe with a mediocre new song or two delivered by a mediocre, charmless song delivery vehicle named Rachel Zegler, who is playing the fairy tale princess as a revolutionary who has no time for crap like Love's First Kiss and Charming Princes, which of course are two of the defining characteristics of the animated Snow White. The other two defining characteristics of Snow White are innocence and charm, but it seems to me, and to the majority of the people commenting in the comments section of the new trailer, that Zegler is completely lacking in all of these categories. We're going to take a look at the new trailer here today, but spoiler alert, after all I've seen, it's my opinion that Snow White is destined to be the most hated movie of 2025 and one of the most hated Disney movies ever!
Hey, that's a tall order, dude. I mean, The Marvels and The Last Jedi technically are Disney movies too. But if you're talking Disney fairy tale movies with princesses and shit, yeah. Well, if you ask Magic Mirror on the Wall, what's the most fracked up Disney movie of all, I think he'll probably say Snow Woke, and then spit on the floor.
Perhaps that's why the box office tracking for this thing is thinking it'll open around $65 million in March, which means with all the reshoots and advertising, it's tracking to lose a lot of money, and no surprise. I mean, look at this horse shit. The trailer starts out with Snow White sewing something, presumably for one of the dwarves, and here we see Disney trying to whistle while they walk past the graveyard. In this trailer, they're trying their best to emphasize the more traditional aspects of Snow White, like her compassion, her work ethic, her selflessness, her cheer. I'm guessing the problem with that is there's just not a whole lot of that in the movie, which turns Snow White from a princess into Che Guevara, leading a revolution to take back her dead father's castle and restore justice and fair trade coffee to the land. So it all comes off as phony as shit. She says, "When I was a little girl, my mother taught me to whistle, because when you whistle, it's your heart singing."
What the hell does that mean?
Absolutely nothing. It's like word salad in a high school essay where a particularly dim student is desperately trying to fill 2 handwritten pages with crap they think the teacher will like. It means zippity-doo-dah, and it doesn't help that she's telling this story to a creepy CGI version of Alfred E. Newman. But there you go. You work with what you've got. Now, we've seen this self-absorbed dancing Zegler before. This is nothing new, but it is noteworthy to repeat just how smug and self-satisfied she looks doing this. Like, oh, look at me. I can't wait for the song to end so I can get my applause. I can't shake the feeling that secretly Rachel Zegler is learning to ice skate. So when this thing gets released to rapturous acclaim, she'll be able to tour in the Disney on Ice version and collect all the standing ovations that are her due.
Dude, there's no way she thinks this thing is going to be a hit at this point.
No, but when they were filming it, Harvey Cthulhu, judging by her self-absorbed arrogance masquerading as joy, that's what she was picturing in her head, just like the spinning teacups and candles in Be Our Guest. But those teacups didn't shit all over the idea of Beauty and the Beast as a concept, so they had a better shot at the ice skating gig. Notice in this trailer, they're desperately trying to make Zegler Snow White more likable, more traditional. They show her in the early part doing drudgery, housework, moping and mopping, and so on. But the expressions on her face belie any sense of innocence, kindness, humility. After all, Zegler had it in her mind that she was playing a revolutionary, not a princess who needed to be saved. So she's not going to be whistling while she works, she's going to be fuming and plotting revenge, and it shows in her every expression. She always looks like she's smelling something vaguely unpleasant, and she's put out that she has to bother. That's Zegler's Snow White in a nutshell. And don't look to the dwarves for salvation. A picture is worth 1,000 words, my friends. Just look at them. In lieu of the charming and innocent antics of the original dwarves, we're going to basically see a bunch of animated garden gnomes getting whacked in the face with buckets and set on fire. It's Snow Woke and the Seven Stooges, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I can hear the cash registers going ka-ching, ka-ching, even now. They even go so far in this trailer as to outright tell us it's going to be so much fun. One of the dwarves literally says, "We're going to have so much fun." And Snow White replies, "I was thinking the same thing."
They're the only ones. I'm thinking I'm lucky I don't have any legs to go to the theater, or an ass to put in a seat. Oh, lucky me.
Indeed, O skull of Calderon. And now we come to the shot that leads me to believe even Gal Gadot is getting screwed over in this thing. Looks like they've added a new musical number for the evil queen, and they're even giving her an Annie moment when she's gonna kick-step down the stairs or some shit like that. Watching this crap, I think a $63 million opening is optimistic. But since I don't have a magic mirror, only time will tell. All I can say is this. Her version of Whistle While You Work always seems haunted, creepy, and dirge-like. That is something that has remained consistent throughout all of the trailers, and I think it spells doom for this film. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha